Alright, so I just got a SBB coral shipment. I already took the, obviously brought the box inside, but I already opened it. Comes in a styrofoam cooler. I already took it out the box to make it easier to open because they do tape it around the edge here. Show you that in a minute. And then I am going to do some maintenance on the tank because it is a little dirty. And the reason I scheduled the shipment today is because it's maintenance day. Also happens to be my day off. So, you know, I had the time obviously for the shipment. I wanted to be home when it arrived. I want to acclimate the coral. I'll show you that in a moment. Obviously dip the coral. Some of them I do want to dip as well. But yeah, so anyway, that's the tank for now. Again, obviously it's dirty. We have to clean it. Alright, just a quick shot of that. We'll just take the blue filter off. I already cut this. So, like I said, the SBB tapes the edge. I already, cut this previously. So we'll put that aside. They ship it with a sticker. And by the way, they have beautiful stickers. They have different types of stickers, so it's always, if you're into collecting or having a collection of stickers and whatnot, you can see it's very high quality. This particular one actually has a number on it, and we'll see what that gets me later. Put that there for now. And I actually do have a collection of SBB stickers. They're just somewhere else right now, but so first up, it is the Solar Fuzz. It's an acro. And it is fairly large. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a very chunky frag, I guess you could say, as far as frag is concerned. There's it is in relation to my hand. Alright, so I'm going to set that aside. I also have the snails, pack of snails. This is Black Panther torch. So looks fairly large as well in relation to my hand. Looks like it's open. Very nice looking torch. Set that aside. There's a heat pack. Let's see what this is. Oh wow, Hellfire torch. Let's see what this is. This is a no-name torch. I'd say obviously an Indo torch of some type. Obviously, we'll see how it opens up once it acclimates. Another Indo gold torch. Looks like it's almost two heads. And another acro. This looks like it's a creme brulee, SBB creme brulee. They do label the plugs, which is kind of nice. I really like that. because later on down the road, once you put them in your frag rack or whatever, and it's very easy to mix them up, especially if they look similar, whatnot. Having them labeled, I feel, helps. I don't know if you could see that there, but also another, I guess this is what they would call an XL colony or mini colony, I believe is how they label it. And as you can see, it's fairly chunky. There it is in relation to my hand. It's a, you know, not a tiny frag by any means. Super excited to see how that opens up, obviously. This is an actual torch, Princess Peach. Now, in the pictures, I was kind of concerned, I will be honest. The color of the Princess Peach and the weirdo torch that SBB also carries, as well as the Black Panther, that they were going to look too similar, or, you know, almost like, hey, what's the difference? In person, they actually look super different. Obviously, in the bag, once they open up, I'm sure they'll look even better. But in the bag, I could tell they already look different. What else did I get? I'll be honest, I forgot. Another acro. It's also a chunky frag. Looks like it's already actually encrusting on the plug. SBB Wacky Tobacco. Or Tobacco. Alright, let's take a look. SBB Grizzly Bear. So you can see it's a very, very chunky frag as well. There it is in relation to the hand. So again, these are not tiny frags. Probably also what SBB would consider XL. And it looks like I have a freebie, which is always nice. It is a smaller frag from, the XLs I did order. However, it is a very decent sized frag for what a frag is.
There you go.
Buddy, what's that?
Okay.
Oh, I got stuck?
Yeah.
Oh man. Have my little helper today. And this is Blue Moon. Oh wow, look at that.
I'm a space
Kind of opened up. See how healthy that frag looks. Alright, well there you have I guess part one. I'll float acclimate, dip, get them in tank. Alright, so real quick, we're gonna do some dips. This is the creme brulee, SBB creme brulee. I have an empty container. I have clean water. Obviously, we're gonna just dip it with some. I use Revive. Two Little Fishes is the company. Doesn't need a much, so this bottle here will last a long time. I don't know, maybe like 10 milliliters. It actually in the directions says mix 4 capfuls per gallon. Obviously that's not a gallon, so we're gonna use way less than 4 capfuls. But anyway, I'm gonna dip. These are all the acros. I only really dip the acros in Revive. For the torches, which if you remember, I did get some torches. I am gonna dip those. However, that's gonna be a different process, which I'll show you next. So for now, I'm just gonna cut open the bags, dip Revive, and it's quick. It should be maybe like not even 5 minutes, honestly, because it's just to kill it if there is anything in there. For the most part, SBB frags are usually extremely clean. Of like pests and stuff like that, but you never know. There, eggs or something could stay on there. I don't believe Revive will eliminate everything, but again, it's just a tiny step, doesn't take too much to just be safe, you know? Alright, so this is an overall tank shot. I am feeding these guys, and I also have the pumps off, so excuse the, I guess the mess you could say in the water. They do kind of go crazy a little bit with the nori on clips. Kind of shredded. Alright, so this is a Colorado Sunburst, also from SBB. SBB torch, that is, I believe, an Indo Gold. That guy there, I don't know if you could see, is the SBB Weirdo torch. These are all Indo, really. You also have the Hellfire, SBB Hellfire torch. And that is, I believe, a New York Knicks with multiple heads at this point. And these are the acros from the previous shipment. Let me see if I could try and zoom in a bit. So this guy here is actually a PC Rainbow. That is from the frag tank. It seemed to be doing happy there, so I moved it up into the display. Hopefully it takes off. I'm not quite sure, obviously, how it will do. I do have that colony there, which seems to be happy, so I figured, you know what, let's give that a shot. That guy there is the SBB Freebie. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe a Garf Bonsai, I'm not sure. Maybe Shane can give us input on that. That is the Solar Fuzz. In the front there is the Grizzly Bear, Creme Brulee, and in the back, I don't know if you can see that, it might not be a good shot at all, is the Wacky Tobacco. So normally in previous tanks I have normally just, you know, put the frag plug on the tank and frag racks, etc. In this particular tank I've been trying to avoid frag racks, as you can see. I didn't have much in acros, so what I am trying is I actually put these off the frag plug, the few in the front there. I did leave the creme brulee on the plug. It just happened to work out. I am gonna see obviously how they do if it takes off, etc. on the rock work there. Probably not the best at it, but we'll see how that works. And then I have this stony coral here. I'm not quite sure what it is. That one's kind of taking off as well. That is pretty massive now from what it used to be, which was obviously a tiny little plug. That is a rainbow nem, another rainbow over there. And then these are also, believe it or not, SBB. That guy there is actually the SBB Big Bird. It's gone pretty big, honestly, for a hammer. I believe that's a splatter in the middle. That's a Holy Grail. And that is a, actually I'm not quite sure what that is, but it has the two colors there with the purple and the green. I'm assuming toxic. Can't remember right now. And that is also a rainbow nem, getting pretty large. There's actually another big guy over there. That one likes to kind of hide sometimes. And this right here is also the Colorado Sunburst from SBB. Back to that, and Mayan Sun Favia. This is probably currently my favorite. It's hard to get a good shot. Getting some red, a couple green dots, maybe a tiny bit of purple. There is 2 yellow tanks, 2 purple tanks, 2 blue tanks, 1 gold rim, and 1 white tail yellow eye coal tang. Oh, 2 fox face, 2 pajama cardinals. There should be 2 yellow wrasses, 3 damsels. That is the Black Storm clownfish pair, leopard wrasse, melanaris wrasse, 6-line wrasse, mandarin dragonet. There's the yellow eye whitetail coal and a melanaris, as well as a few shrimp. And an urchin. And I believe that is an orchid dottyback. And the torches, because I dipped, I will show in a later video. Alright, SBB peoples. So this is, I guess, another part of the video. So this has to do with the torches. So first and foremost, one thing I recently started doing, and part in the Frankenstein frag tank here, kind of limited on space, and it's just kind of the only thing that so far works for me. I am probably going to rearrange it, etc., but for now it is what it is. So let me show you the current setup, so to speak, of torches. These are the ones that I unboxed yesterday, actually. So this guy here is the no-name torch. I'm assuming it's an Indo gold of some sort. No name. It does look phenomenal though, now that it's fully open. It looks like it has a green mouth, kind of. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, it looks great. Probably might become one of my favorites. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. That is the SBB Princess Peach. This right here is the Ultra Indo Gold that I got from SBB. This is the Hellfire torch. I already had one, if you recall, from the display tank, but you know, I don't think it hurts to have another one. This is a very similar one. I believe this is the Rapunzel. I might have lost track. And this guy, lastly, is the SBB Black Panther. And if you recall, I had previously mentioned that that's, I don't know, this and this may be one of my favorites. I think this guy here is actually going to go up into the display tank pretty soon, actually. So again, pardon the Frankenstein of the frag tank here. It's not the greatest looking, but every once in a while I get lucky and have some healthy specimen. This guy actually right here are also SBB. Actually, all of these are SBB. I believe Treasure Chest Goni. I believe Care Bear Goni. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe Big League Chew, I believe. I could be wrong. I know one of these I believe was called the Grasshopper. SBB Grasshopper Goni. Pardon the Abstasia. I think it's a thing for most people. This is a frag of the, I want to say, the Holy Grail. I don't know if you can see it there, of the Holy Grail hammer. This is the PC Rainbow I told you I fragged previously, and, you know, put a piece up on the display tank. A couple more here, hard to see, but a couple more here laying around. This actually is an SBB Yuma, Gunbowl Yuma, I believe. This is not from this order, this is from a previous order, but as you can see, it's doing great. SBB King Kong. mom and a couple of babies actually that is doing very great. SBB, I believe Bulbasaur is the name of this mushroom. That is also an SBB mushroom. I believe this is the SBB Helter Skelter. That was SBB no name mushroom, I believe, when I got it. Doing great. Another King Kong, also from SBB. Also SBB. Got a good amount. That I believe is the Interstellar mushroom. I'm not too great with mushrooms, I'll be honest. The King Kong is probably the best looking one that I have. I don't think it's the best looking mushroom ever, just in my possession. That one is one of the babies that I managed to get off on a different frag. Doing very, very great. This is I believe it was a big Aiken, also from SBB, doing great there. Other Aikens, that is, I believe, a pink Sherman BTA, and this is some more of the SBB Colorado Sunburst. A couple Silvas, again, hard in Depstasia. I am, probably should get rid of that infestation, but I am gonna redesign this frag tank probably in the next month or so. I'm not liking the flow setup on it too much, so I feel like I have to rework it. But yeah, these are the torches. And now let me touch back a little bit on what I mentioned before, which was the dip. So this is the KFC dip I like to do on the torches. Is it mandatory? Probably not. I just happen to think it works for me. I'm not sure, perhaps, but yeah, I think it doesn't hurt, I guess. So you do peroxide. This is just from Walmart, CVS, any grocery store probably you could get it. I do have these. These are food safe. I like to use a lot of food grade plastics. I'm not sure if they're correct, but I feel like it's probably saves me a headache from stuff that might leach or anything. So I do like food safe plastic. This is just a I guess like a Kool-Aid or iced tea plastic Rubbermaid. I think I probably got it from like Walmart or something. But anyway, what I do is I make new salt water, right? The new salt water, believe it or not, I don't know if it's proper, but I think it works for me. I throw the new salt water in the tank, right? Now, don't do anything else with that. I don't know if I'll explain this correctly, but I'm gonna try my best. I put new salt water in the tank, 2.5 gallons to 3, depending on the number or the level of dip you want to use. So here's the thing: I put new salt water in the tank. I take out old salt water at the same time. How does that work? Pitcher 1, pitcher 2. All right, so just to kind of try and re-explain it, I'm not the best at this probably. So what I do is I put new salt water in the tank, right, and then take out old salt water from the tank. That's very important. You do not throw that salt water because the KFC dip calls for old tank water. That's kind of what the coral's used to. So that's kind of, I'm assuming, the why it's done that way. Now, the way it works is very important. I use the pitcher. I actually have 2 of these. So I use one to kind of simultaneously, so to speak, throw fresh salt water in the sump, take old tank water from the display. It kind of works. The ATO is not messed up if I, do the exact amount on here. So I kind of, have the calculations in my head a little bit. So I guess that works. You could try and experiment, I guess, what works for you. I'm sure it's not necessarily the only way to do it. SBB might probably do it differently. Shane probably, can input on that. But again, this is just what works for me. So that being said, this is a 2-gallon. It used to be an ATO container or a tank. It happens to work for me because the amount I could put in here kind of works also for the math for the dose of the medicine, because there is medicine that goes in here. So anyway, I grab old tank water, fill this with old tank water, the pitcher with a little bit of old tank water as well, not a lot. Sometimes I fill it up more. It depends on how many corals or torches. In this case, I'm a dip. This I want to say specifically for Aphelias. What I do it with, torches and hammers. I guess maybe other coral. I don't have any other coral that I dip. Again, I'm not exactly an expert on this, but again, this is just what works for me. So these guys are that's Holy Grail torch. That I want to say it's a tiger torch. They're, as you can see, they're not looking too hot. With torches, I'm not quite sure on what they like. I'll be honest. I feel like sometimes they're super happy, amazing, growing, and then all of a sudden one day they're just like, yeah, I'm not today, and then they just, bail or get brown jelly, or I don't know. So haven't figured it out quite yet, but this is what I do sometimes. If I see it not looking too great, I guess it's an attempt to try and save it perhaps. I've gotten mixed reviews, so to speak. Sometimes I'll save a torch, sometimes I'll lose it, but I figure it's worth trying to save it. This one, I'm fairly confident on it. It's not looking too hot, but at the same time, it's not looking too bad. I've gotten worse ones, but I'm confident this one will pull through. I'm not sure about the one over there. As you can see, one of the heads looks a little bit, kind of bad there, but anyway, it's worth a try. So egg crate, I'm sure you don't have to use it. You can use anything else. Sponge filter, a little tiny heater over there just to keep the temperature within range, of the tank. Now that being said, remember I said you have some old tank water in here. What you do is you grab the torch, throw it in here, peroxide. It's basically what they call a wash. So you wash that. Then again, pardon the mess. This is kind of like my medicine cabinet of Frankenstein fish room. So I have some, Roof Rally Pro, Proxy, Sulcan, bunch of stuff. But anyway, Cipro is the key, Lugol's, ChemiClean, Restore, and I believe this is a amoxicillin. I probably said that wrong, but yeah, you get the idea. You could probably Google it and get better instructions than I can give. Again, I'm no expert. All that goes in here. I did do the math again. The instructions online, if I'm not mistaken, from KFC Corals, is 4 gallons of old tank water. This is why the 2-gallon container works for me. Why? Because it's easy math. I just halved everything. So I do 250 milligrams, I believe, of the Cipro, 250 milligrams of the amoxicillin, 2 capfuls of Restore, I believe 10 spoonfuls, or the little spoonfuls of ChemiClean, 20 drops of Lugol's. I've accidentally forgot torches in there for close to 40 hours, and they've been fine. Otherwise, they normally recommend 6 to 8 hours of dip. These guys here, I just put them in there, so I am probably gonna do overnight. So I'll take these out tomorrow. And I'm thinking by then I should probably have decided if I am gonna want to move these torches to the display. But yeah, as you can see, beautiful looking torches from the SBB shipment. Healthy specimens. And as I said before, sometimes, I'm no expert. The torches just decide to, nope, not today, and then just, bail on me, but I'm not gonna say that's a vendor's fault. This guy here, I probably had, I don't know, maybe close to a year, 6-8 months, I'm not quite sure, but you get the idea. And I think that is it for the dip. I guess let me know, maybe if something's not clear or something. I'll try my best to redo it or something.